Hello everyone, this is Little Rainbow Peep, and today I am going to show you how to make this cute little baby football hat. And this is for size 3 to 6 months, so you can adjust the sizing if you wanted to make this for like a smaller for a newborn or bigger. You can just add stitches or take them away, but this is the particular tutorial for 3 to 6 months. So keep watching and you'll learn how to make this. So we're going to be starting with this brown yarn I got. You can get any type of brown yarn, but I'm just using the Red Heart Super Saver yarn since I couldn't find any brown yarn in the Karen Simply Soft. I like to use that yarn for baby hats because it's more like the baby yarn and it's softer, but I couldn't find any, so this is what I'm using. And I'm also just using a white yarn. I don't know what kind this is because I lost the label, but just any type of a white yarn. And the hook that we're using is I'm using 5.5 millimeters, so just or an I feel like that is what I'm using. If you're curious about what I'm wearing on my nails, I just painted them this morning. It is the new Wet n Wild One Step Wonder Gel in the shade Under My Plum, and I am liking it so far. It's the kind of gel nail polish it doesn't need a light to set. So first off, take your yarn here, and then we're going to make a magic circle. Oh my gosh, I unraveled my yarn so that because it's a brand new skein and it was kind of tucked in there pretty tight. So we're going to go ahead and make your magic circle here. And if you don't know how to make a magic circle, I think I have a video on it, but if not, there's tons of videos out there showing you how to make a magic circle. So then I'm going to just single crochet 2 there, and then half double crochet in the rest, half double crochet 7 in your little loop here, and then you'll have a total of 8 there. So wrap it around and then pull that through, so then you have 3, and then a half double crochet is instead of like a double crochet where you would then wrap it around and pull it through, you're just going to pull this one all the way through all 3 of those loops. So go ahead and do 7 more. Okay. So now that I have those done, I'm just going to pull on this end of my magic circle to make it a small circle. And you can do that earlier. I just like to have the big loop to see what I'm doing. And then you're going to join with that first single crochet that you did. I'm just going to join in there with a slip stitch. And then the next step is single crochet 2, and this is going to count as your first half double crochet, and then you're going to want to half double crochet in that same loop here, and then just do 2 half double crochets in each space around. So then you will have a total of 16. Once I get to this point, I like to count and make sure that I have the right amount that I need. So then you're going to join in here at the top of your single crochet just like the last time. and join there, and then single crochet 2, and that's going to count as your first one, and then you want to single crochet or half double crochet in that same space, and then the next one you're just going to do 1. So we did 2 here, and then just going to do 1 in the next, and then you're going to do 2 in the next. So just following that pattern, 2 and then 1 and then 2 and then 1 all the way around, and you should end up with 24 stitches at the end. Okay, so go ahead and count your stitches and make sure that you have 24. Okay, so then you're going to join in at the top of that second single crochet that you did at the beginning of the last row again with a slip stitch. And then the next row you're going to do single crochet 2, and that counts as your first half double crochet, and then you're going to do 1 half double crochet in the same stitch, and then in the next 2 stitches you're just going to do 1 half double crochet, and then in this third stitch you'll do 2. So you're just going to follow that pattern. So 1 in that one, 1 in this next one, and then 2. And you're just going to do that all the way around, and you should end up with 36 stitches at the end. I think at the beginning I said you should have 36, and by that I meant you should have 32 stitches. So I do apologize about that. I'll make a note there in the video. So then you want to join again at the top of that second single crochet that you did with a slip stitch, and then you are going to, this is your, you just finished 4 rounds, so now you're on the 5th round. Then you're going to single crochet 2, and then you're going to do in that same stitch a half double crochet. If you can't find the stitch here. And then you'll do, in the next 3 stitches, do 1 half double crochet, and then in the 4th one, do 2. So just following that pattern. So I did my 3 in 1, and now I'm going to do 2. So I'll show you that again. And then this is your 4th one, so you're going to do 2. Okay. So let's just do that and reconvene. Okay, so once you get to the end of this round, count your stitches. You should have 40 stitches now. And then go ahead and join at the top of this one like you had been doing the whole time before. Okay, so now we're going to join the white, and we're going to do a round of white. Around, so what you just need to do, your little slip stitch here, or slip knot. So you just need to do your little slip knot, and you still have your hook in the brown yarn, so you're just going to pull that through and do a little slip stitch, and then pull the brown yarn tight. And then do a single crochet. I'm just going to bring this brown yarn all the way around this this round because I'm going to pick it back up again, so I'm just going to bring it along. So now we have our white on there. Keep that. So that counts as your first one. This yarn that I particularly have is a lot thinner than this brown yarn, so it might look a little bit differently than whatever type of yarn you have. I do recommend trying to get the same kind, but this is just what I had. Once you get the white added and do your first two single crochets, that's going to count as your first half double crochet, and then you want to do a half double crochet in that same stitch, and then you're going to follow the same pattern as before, but instead of in the fourth, it's every fifth. So you want to do a half double crochet in the next, this yarn is very splitty, in the next 4, and then in the 5th one you'll do 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, so we'll do one more. I only got through one of the things there. And now you're going to do your 2. So it's essentially every 5th stitch you're going to do 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this next one, well, yeah, do 4 again. 4, and then the next one you'll do 2. Oh my gosh. Guys, this yarn is horrible. Okay. It's really soft though. Okay, so then you're just going to repeat that pattern all the way through, and you should end up with 48 stitches. Okay, so once you get that round done, count and make sure that you have your 48 stitches, and then you are going to join at the top of your second double crochet here, and I picked that brown yarn back up. And I'm just going to start using that again. So then you need to do your 2, and then I just pulled that white one back down. So this counts as your first one, and now you're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each around. So to continue having your 48 stitches. So that counts as your first one. So you're going to skip that little one and not do 2 in that one like you had been doing for all of the other rounds. You're just going to skip that one because your single crochet, or I mean your chains, count as your first one. So if you have normal white yarn and not this weird white yarn like I have, then it should look more normal. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. This white yarn that I picked is so splitty. Not sure what's going on with it. But I'm just bringing this little white piece along for a while so that I don't have to go back in and weave it in. Then I can just cut it off when I get done. So just for a couple of stitches more probably. So then I'll just let that drop and not worry about it anymore. So you just continue all the way around. And once you get to this point, you can see it's starting to look like a hat a little bit. So you're actually just going to repeat that same thing where you join it at the top here, and then do your 2 chains, and then just half double crochet all the way around. Okay, so you're just going to repeat that for the next 6 rounds. So right now we are at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe we're on the 7th round. So we want to have around 13 rounds. So the next like 5 or 6 rounds, just keep going around until it is the length that you want, and then we are going to do, when we get done with that, a layer of the white again. So for the next 5 or 6 rounds, however big you think that it should be for whoever you're making it for, just keep going around in that same pattern. Okay, so once you get to this point, we're just going to do a layer of the white, so then just add that on just the way that we added it on before. Here, and do a slip stitch, pull that tight, and do your other chain here. And then I'm just going to bring these 2 through the round for a while, because we're just going to cut that off, and then just do a round of half double crochet and then a round of single crochet. Okay, so I got to the end. So what I did was my round of half double crochet, and then I went through and did a round of just single crochet to finish it off. So now I'm here, and I ended with a slip stitch, so I'm just going to cut that off, get that out of the way and that out of the way. And so now I have just my tail. So basically what you need to do now is get a little yarn needle. I like to use the metal ones. I just feel like they're easier to deal with. But you can get the plastic ones also. It's just whatever your preference is. So I'm going to take that through the little eye there, and I'm just going to sew this end in. I'm just going to go back and forth through this last row I did here for a while, and then I'm going to bring it back through the other way. So I'm going to pull that through and then go back. You want to kind of stretch this out so it doesn't look funny. And I'm going to go back through so that it is nice and secure and won't come out. Okay, so then pull that guy through. And then I just have a little bit, so I'm just going to cut him off. And the hat portion of your football hat is done. This is my seam, so that's the back. And here's the front. So now we have to make the laces on the football. So take your white yarn again, and then that needle that you just used to weave in that end. And put that through. I'm just gonna do, let's just do 2 layers. So make sure that you've got that through here. And I am just going to go through any hole that I choose. And go up about there, and pull through, And now I'm kind of trying to decide if I like that placement. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm just going to kind of pull that through a little bit and do another layer. I've got kind of a mess back there. Going through the same spot. Sorry, the camera is shaking. That's where my arm is. So you have those, and then you want to do like 3 little stitches here. So try and make those even. Maybe like here. And then one here in the bottom. So you can do this however you like. That's just what I think looks cute. You can do more laces, you can make it longer, you can do less. It's just however you feel. So then you just need to like weave it through in the back and make sure that it's secure, and then you can cut it off. So I ended up taking that out and redoing it, but here is the finished product. It is just this cute little football hat, so your little baby or your friend's baby or your nephew or your cousin or whoever can look so cute in their little football hat, and perfect for football season or just if you love football. So that is the finished product. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope it will help you to make something just as cute so that you can have a little cute football baby. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.